The City of Edmonton Archives is located in the historic Prince of Wales Armory Heritage Centre, which is on 108th Avenue between 104th and 105th Streets. We collect the records for the Corporation of the City of Edmonton and for Edmontonians in general, anything that has historic merit and needs to be preserved for the long term. For instance, we have the records of the City Council dating back to 1892. We collect records that relate to Edmontonians, their businesses, their organizations such as the Women's Musical Club. Edmonton's a great sporting city, so we have the Edmonton Eskimos baseball team as well as the football team, and we have records for various hockey teams right back to the Edmonton Flyers or the Edmonton Mercuries. We do have a large number of records that relate to cultural performances, theater groups, musical groups, and dance groups as well. We do collect both posters and maybe even performances recorded on videotapes. We do have some unusual artifacts as well relating to city business. We actually have a proclamation from the Mayor of London who came on a visit and brought a huge scroll which he signed in presence of our mayor. We also have gifts from our twin cities. There is a kimono from Hokkaido, Japan, which was given as part of a trade visit here to the City of Edmonton. The City of Edmonton Archives essentially is the memory of the city. We collect things that the city wants to remember, things that the city is proud of, so that we can showcase what we do well and what we have done well over time. City employees also have a role to play in protecting the history of Edmonton and of the corporation of the City of Edmonton. Something that a city employee might find is if they're doing research on a particular area that's being developed, they might actually discover something historic that happened or somebody historic who lived in that area. There is a record schedule that is created to make sure that the records are available when people who are working in the city need them. But that record schedule includes a piece that if it's an important document or something that will be of interest in the long term, that it goes into the Corporate Record Centre and eventually comes to the City of Edmonton Archives. So individual employees need to know that if they're doing something significant for the history of Edmonton, it will be preserved in the long term. When people come into the City of Edmonton Archives, we ask them to sign in, and there's a number of rules that we want to go over with them so that they understand how to get access to things at the City Archives. People don't go into the stacks like a library. We fill out a research form, and then we go and bring the material up here to the reference room that they're sitting here. There's other things that they can do while they're in the reference room. They can look at the Hendersons Directories, which will give them information about addresses and people in the city, and they can look at the aerial photographs. We want everyone to know that the Archives is here for you. We want you to come down and answer any questions that you have about the history of Edmonton or how the City of Edmonton is run. We have a number of people here who will help you, and we have a number of materials that you can look at to answer all your questions.